Hey gang, Steve with Guitar Center. We're at NAMM 2023. We're hanging out with Mike at IK Multimedia, and we're going to check out the AXE I. How you doing, Mike?
Hey, I'm doing great, man. Thanks for asking.
Excellent. So, tell us all about this new interface that's geared specifically for guitarists.
Absolutely. So this is the new addition to the AXE I family. The AXE I is a scaled-down variation of the original AXE I and the AXE I Solo. So what this gives you is it gives you a one-in, two-out interface. But we didn't skimp on all the cool features like the Z-tone, the active and passive switch. And we also have a cool feature here too, which will emulate kind of like a tube amp dynamic. So these things are very guitar player centric. So that's really what this speaks to, is the guitar player in mind.
Okay, cool. So let's talk about the input first. There's a JFET and a pure. So how does that change what's happening on the input signal?
Absolutely. So that was the switch that I was just speaking to. The pure is going to be just your direct line in. But when you flip the switch down, that's going to open up a breadth of new dynamics that really emulates more of like a tube tone. So more chimey, a lot more life to it. And actually the feel is there too as well.
And then Z-tone, that's like on a continuum of a knob. So can you explain how that works?
Right. So that speaks more to the impedance of your guitar. Every guitar is different, right? So a lot like the active passive switch, it makes it really convenient if you have active pickups versus passive pickups. The Z-tone is actually going to allow you to dial in the sound that you're looking for with a particular guitar you have interfaced with the AXE I. You can run this to an amplifier or an FR cabinet, a pair of studio monitors, but it's also good for reamping as well. So you can get a direct signal into an amplifier for referencing, or you can use this to reamp.
Cool. And then, of course, this comes along with Amplitube SE and TONEX. Can you explain a little bit of the benefits of having such powerful software in the interface?
Well, yes. So yeah, the value proposition of having both of those in a small interface like this is tremendous, of course.
And so impedance is sort of like, if you have really, really long cables, you'll lose like some high end or something like that?
Something like that. It really speaks more to like, it helps you adjust the line level, and more with the line level, the tone that you're able to accomplish with dialing in that knob. So it's a tremendously valuable feature. So we're interfacing right now with TONEX. We're running in through USB-C. Of course, we're also plugged into our precision monitors so we can hear. But it's a very simple, one guitar in, two out. And what we're going to be hearing is a Vox emulation. I'm going to play through, and I'm going to go through some of the switching so you can hear the differentiation of everything that's happening here with the switching.
Okay, let's start with our first sound.
All right, cool. So again, Vox AC30. I'm just going to play a little bit, and we'll do some adjusting. So this is the pure tone. So I'm going to play a little bit around with that, and now switch into the sound that's going to give us more of like a tube type of sound. Okay. Huge difference right off the gate. So now I'll adjust the Z-tone. Right now it's rolled all the way over to sharp. I'm going to roll it towards the bold so you can hear the difference between that. So a lot more rounder kind of sound.
So Mike, would you mind if I just do a sweep of the Z-tone while you're playing?
Please do.
Okay, great.
Give it a shot.
Nice.
Big difference. And we'll roll back to pure so you can hear that.
Nice. And so this amp, this Vox amp, is an example of what, hundreds and hundreds of amps you can get?
Literally thousands. Yeah, so our library with TONEX Max is literally thousands of different amplifiers, cabinet configurations, drive pedals. And again, with ToneNet, which is our online platform, you have thousands of user base. So it's literally an endless array of tone at your fingertips. The big difference between what we've always done before with modeling with Amplitube has always been component-based modeling. So we're literally recreating those in an algorithm with software, every last component, where TONEX is capturing. So it's more of like, think, another brand like Kemper or, Quad Cortex. So the breadth of the amplifier is tremendously captured. Yeah. So it's very, very cool to have those on board.
Nice. And so you can even capture your own amp if you wanted to?
Yes, absolutely. And that's an incredible value on top of the thousands of sounds that you have access to through ToneNet, which is our online platform for sharing. You could plug in and dial in your own sound and mic it and capture it and then take it around with you and recreate it either here, or you could take it around in TONEX pedal.
And so, so that's a really interesting idea. Basically, you're sort of digitizing your own amp, and then you can just kind of pack it up and take it with you, saving your back. You never have to carry it around ever again.
Yeah, well, maybe you have a really cool boutique amp that's hard to find. You spend a lot of money on, sounds great. Now you can capture it and just throw it in your backpack and go.
So who do you think the ideal customer for the AXE I is?
And really any guitar player, bass player, anyone who's tone chasing, which I think is all of us really. We have a whole array of different sounds available, but the realism and the playability and the feel is really there. So I would say just anyone who's tone chasing and trying to find that perfect sound for that perfect project.
And these are available right now, yeah?
Yeah, they're available right now. You can pick them up today. It's your favorite Guitar Center.
Yeah, so like Mike said, head down to your local Guitar Center, check out the new AXE I or check it out at guitarcenter.com.